Breaking news, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says that the framework for a deal has been reached to keep TikTok in the United States. Now, you might remember a bipartisan majority of Congress voted to effectively ban TikTok here because of Chinese ownership. But despite the law, the administration has kept pushing back that deadline.
We have a framework for a TikTok deal. The two leaders, President Trump and Party Chair Xi, will speak on Friday to complete the deal, but we do have a framework for a deal with TikTok.
All right, CNN's Elena Trine is at the White House. Any idea what this framework for the deal is?
Well, we're still waiting for it, and we definitely heard Scott Bessent try to play it off and say he can't share any of the details, but that the commercial aspects of the deal have been agreed to. Of course, we have to see what the president and Chinese President Xi Jinping say on Friday, because really what we heard from both Bessent and the United States Trade Representative Jamieson Greer is that it will be finalized after getting sign-off from leadership. And of course, that call between Trump and Xi is going to take place on Friday to do just that. But we also heard more, John, from Jamieson Greer, like I said, the United States Trade Representative. He was also in Madrid for these talks with their Chinese counterparts on this. And he said that the President Donald Trump, called both him and Bessent last night to share kind of what he wanted out of a potential deal. Listen to how he put it.
President Trump played a role in this. We had a call with him last night. We had specific guidance from him. We shared it with our Chinese counterparts. And without his leadership and the leverage he provides, we would not have been able to conclude the deal today.
Now, John, if this deal is actually struck, it would be the culmination of a really years-long process now of trying to figure out what to do about TikTok. You mentioned it, but the president has now pushed back a self-imposed deadline multiple times on trying to reach a deal with China on TikTok to either, sell part of it, divest part of it to the United States so that it can continue operating within the U.S. And this has definitely been a big goal of President Donald Trump's. He often talks about TikTok as helping deliver him young voters in his election in 2024. But it was also something that, as you mentioned, a majority of people in Congress had voted to ban. It was signed off by former President Joe Biden if a deal with the United States on divesting most of TikTok did not come through. All to say, this has been a long time coming. We have to see what the details actually look like, but the president is very optimistic about this.
Yeah, we need to know who's going to own it, right? We need to know who in the United States here is going to own it, which seems like the big part of the deal. Elena Trine at the White House covering all these developments. Thank you very much.
Been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing.